Hello everyone, CoinHound here. Today I am going to engage in a topic that's a little bit different from the norm, and I'm going to discuss my beginner experiences with investing in cryptocurrency, with a particular focus on my use of the website Coinbase. Back in the spring of 2020, at the start of the pandemic, I began learning about and investing in precious metals. And I have chronicled that journey on this YouTube channel. Around that time, I also began to take an interest in cryptocurrency. But I found cryptocurrency to be a lot harder nut to crack, or more specifically, much more difficult to understand than the world of precious metals. The basics are pretty straightforward. Cryptocurrencies are internet-based, i.e., there is no physical entity involved like there is with precious metals that you can hold in your hand. The first and best known of the cryptocurrencies is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is based on a technology known as blockchain. And while I'm going to give a little bit of an overview here, and I'm going to talk about Coinbase, I'm not going to get into the technology details of cryptocurrency. And the simple reason for that is, even though I've been watching a fair number of videos over the past 12 months on cryptocurrency, when it comes to the nuts and bolts of the technology, the nitty-gritty of the technology, I still don't really get it very well. And so I'm going to leave you to explore that stuff somewhere else. I'm just going to give my perspective as a beginner and what my experience was like as I made my first entree into the world of cryptocurrency. Now, Bitcoin is a decentralized technology, if you want to call it that. It is not centrally controlled. In an odd, interesting way, it's a little bit like precious metals because it has to be mined, electronically mined. Using computer power and electricity. So over time, there has been a growing supply of Bitcoin. So I found that very interesting. Once again, the nuts and bolts of that mining, I don't really get or understand. It is worth noting that there is a finite supply of Bitcoin. So once it is all mined, that'll be it. This was designed this way as a contrast to fiat, to paper money. Which can be endlessly printed and produced, creating a deflation in the value of the currency. Now, the creator of Bitcoin is named Satoshi Nakamoto. He launched Bitcoin in 2009, but there's a lot of mystery around Satoshi. Nobody knows who Satoshi is. I'm not even clear if that's the person's real name or even if it's an individual or a group of people. So there is a lot of mystery surrounding its origins. Now, after Bitcoin came on the scene in 2009, many other cryptocurrencies have been developed. Some very popular, some obscure. They often have differing purposes. Some meant to be a store of value, some meant to facilitate transactions on the blockchain networks that are on the internet. Once again, getting into that technological area. Some of the better known include cryptocurrencies Ethereum, Tether, Cardano, Dogecoin, and I could go on. There's also hundreds of really small unknown cryptocurrencies as well. So I figured I needed to dip my toes in and learn kind of as I went forward. I got the sense pretty early on this is not a topic that I'm going to become a master expert in. But I figured I knew enough to think it was worth taking a dip in the lake there, putting my toe in the water. So I decided to move forward. And so then the question became, well, how do you get cryptocurrency? How do you get Bitcoin? And I watched some YouTube videos. There's a lot of discussion about that. One of the on-site or website locations that was recommended perhaps for beginners who don't feel real comfortable with cryptocurrency was a website called Coinbase. So that's where I decided to start my journey. Okay. But there is, a lot of discussion within the crypto community about, Coinbase, and I guess they call them exchanges. which exchanges are best. They have centralized exchanges like Coinbase, where you basically have a third party that brings together those who are buying and selling the crypto. In my sense, in my mind, it acts a lot like a stockbroker, like Charles Schwab website, where you have this centralized company and they act as the middleman in the transactions. Apparently, there are also decentralized exchanges where you can basically do direct party-to-party transactions. I don't know how to describe it, but it seems to me that they're perhaps a little less regulated, a little less official. So, what I read and learned was that, as a beginner, maybe you want to start with a centralized exchange and then farm out from there as you become more comfortable. And so I decided to go on to Coinbase and see what could happen. And, in hearing about Coinbase, I didn't know anything about it, so I had no clue really what it was or what I was going to encounter when I got there. But, I did know that they could act as a custodian where they could keep your crypto coins for you, or you could pull them off the exchange. And I guess the philosophy here for many crypto investors is very similar to that of precious metals. The famous saying, if you don't hold it, you don't own it. And there are a number of crypto investors that feel that way as well. They worry about companies being hacked, their crypto being stolen, and the like. So there is an alternative where you can pull your crypto off of the internet onto a device that's kind of like maybe like a flash drive. And you can pull it completely off the internet, and then you have a complicated password that allows you to get into that little device. And once it's on that device, a physical device in your hand, that's where your cryptocurrency is. It's not on the internet anymore, so it can't be stolen, can't be hacked. But just like when you hold precious metals in your hands, now you're responsible. You're responsible for their safety, their security. If you lose that ledger, that device, in a sense, you've kind of lost your crypto. And my understanding is that if you do have your complicated security code, there are ways to sort of reactivate the crypto. I'm not an expert on it. I haven't gone down that path, so you would have to look into that yourself. But my understanding is if you lose your password, and it's a pretty complicated password, it's got to be a whole string of words in a particular order, then you're out of luck, from what I understand. And please correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But if you lose the password, you lose the crypto, okay? So anyways, I decided not to go down that path. I decided to start with Coinbase, which seems to be a very well-known company in the crypto world. I decided to let them hold my crypto, and I'll figure it out later if I want to do anything else with it. When I got onto the Coinbase website, I was pleasantly surprised. The website had a very professional look to it. It was super easy to use. Once again, it reminded me of a stockbroker website. I use Charles Schwab, and, it was very similar to that in how it, not necessarily in the appearance, but, in the functionality of it. And so what I'd like to do is just kind of walk you through Coinbase, walk you through the various parts of it and aspects of it. This is something I would have liked to have had when I was starting out, because it all seemed so foreign to me. And as I'm doing this, I do want to note very importantly, I am not, the old cliches, I'm not a financial advisor. I am far from being an expert in cryptocurrency. I am just a beginner who is relating his experiences as a beginner in the crypto realm. So this video is just for educational and information, or educational and entertainment purposes. You should do lots of research before you make any decisions. Okay, folks, let's take a look at the Coinbase website here. So this is what you're going to first encounter when you get to their homepage. As it notes right there in big print, get $5 free Bitcoin for signing up. That's, I guess, the standard entry offer. but I can do you one better than that. When I signed up, I used a link off of one of the YouTube channels I was following, and that link gives you $10 in free Bitcoin. So I have a similar link, so I've put that in the description. Feel free to use it if you like, and it'll kick in, and you'll have $10 of free Bitcoin right out of the gate. If you go on and you actually invest in Coinbase and you end up spending $100, then I'll also get $10. So that's a win-win for everyone involved, if you ask me. So you can check that out if you're interested. That link is in the description of this video. Now, so this is the home page. As you can see, it's got a very nice, clean look to it. As I scroll down, it has here a list of some of the crypto that are available on the website. These are some of the better known ones: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash. You go on to this next section, and it talks about earning money on Coinbase. Now, this is interesting because much as when you put money into a savings account, you get interest, or if you have stocks on a stockbroker site, you can earn dividends. You can, with certain cryptocurrencies, earn a little bit of return through a process that's called staking. And once again, not going to get into all the technology of it, but staking is basically allowing your crypto to be used in the blockchain, staked on there as they call it, which enables the blockchain technologies to do whatever they do and that sort of stuff. And for staking your crypto, you get a little bit of return. Okay, now on some of the exchanges, if you own a stakeable crypto, it automatically gets staked. On others, you have to actively stake it yourself. On Coinbase, from what as best I've been able to figure, if you have a stakeable crypto, it pretty much automatically stakes it and you get the earnings on it. Okay. The other way you can earn money, and this is a reference here, earn up to $29 worth of crypto, is they periodically have little video lessons to teach you about a particular type of cryptocurrency. And usually they have little 1-minute videos, 3 or 4 of them, and you get $1 of that crypto for each of those videos you watch. So, you know, they have some examples here, like the graph. I did this one recently. I watched 4 1-minute videos, and $4 in the graph was credited to my account. It teaches you a little bit about that particular cryptocurrency, and then you get it, and you can either hang on to it and hope that it goes on to be successful. These tend to be lesser-known cryptos, and if it goes on to be successful, you might make a bit of a profit or even a lot of a profit, or you can go ahead and sell it and take that money and put it into cash or put it into a better-known crypto. It's kind of up to you, okay? Here it has kind of an explanation of creating your portfolio. This page right here is basically what you'll see. This is a sample. It's not my particular page. It's just a sample on the home page. I'm not logged in at the moment, but you know, you'll have your portfolio. Basically, any coins you're invested in, you'll end up having a designation that you're following those. So this page will track their performance. It'll track your up at the top here. It'll have a little graph that tracks the value of your portfolio over time. And as you can see up here, you can look at its change in value over an hour, 24 hours, a week, a month, a year, or since you first invested, if it's longer than a year. And then here they're showing you the app on your phone, which is formatted a little bit differently, as a lot of apps are, but basically provides the same type of information. Okay, and so right here you can see the blue here. This is showing 1 month's performance. So this person had Bitcoin. Their change over the month was basically 0.55%. Ethereum holdings they had went up 2%, and so on. Okay. Now, as it notes here, you can manage your portfolio on here. It's all in one place, much like you would with a stock portfolio on a broker. You can schedule daily, weekly, or monthly buys so that you can do dollar cost averaging. buying a little bit on a regular basis so that when the price is lower, you buy more, and when the price is higher, you buy less. And then, down here, just some of the basics, secure storage. It says we store the vast majority of our digital assets in secure offline storage. So I talked about that a little bit earlier in the video, how an individual can do that. But obviously, they're holding a lot of crypto for people. So I'm going to read into the tea leaves here. Basically, it seems like a big chunk of what they have, they put offline, and then they keep some in reserve online so that they can handle the daily transactions and things like that. It is insured, which is protection against hacking and stuff like that. They have crypto insurance. I haven't really looked into the details of that or how much is covered and the like. You can hold a cash balance on here, and that apparently is FDIC covered, like a savings account up to $250,000. So that's pretty cool. And then they do have quite a variety of cryptocurrencies on here. Just some stats here. 56 million users of Coinbase. So that gives you at least a little bit of comfort. This is not a fly-by-night operation. 100 companies, 100 plus countries supported. And quarterly volume, $335 billion traded. So this crypto world is significant financially, and it is growing all the time. And I should note that Coinbase as a company did go public this spring. So you can now buy stock in Coinbase. It is under the stock ticker COIN, COIN. And as a matter of disclosure, I do have 3 shares of COIN in my stock portfolio. Last I checked, the shares were about $200 or so about $600. Not nothing earth-shaking there. As it notes here, you get started pretty quickly. You create an account. You have to link a bank account. You don't have to link a bank account, but that's one of the easier ways to do it. You do it through a technology called Plaid, if I remember correctly. And I chose not to do that because, a lot of financial institutions use the Plaid technology, which basically links your bank account to that website. But I personally don't like it because you have to give your username and your password to your bank account to Plaid. And it's supposedly encrypted and all that, but I don't know, it's just something that sets me uneasy about giving my username and my password. So you can also do a deposit through wire transfer, which doesn't give them your password and stuff. So I've funded through wire transfer. You can also use a debit card, and I've done that a little bit. In each type of vehicle for putting money in is going to have little fees. If you do a wire transfer, my bank charges $20. So you're not going to want to wire transfer $100 in because you're going to pay a 20% fee on it. So, you have to explore that a little bit and decide what's best for you. You're also going to have to do some identity verification. They're going to, want probably you to send in an image of not probably, if I remember correctly, I had to send in an image of my driver's license. They're going to want your social security number. The investing you do on here, the buying and selling, if you make profits, that is subject to taxation. So you do have to keep that in mind. I know some crypto folks don't like the centralized exchanges because they tend to gather more personal information from you than the decentralized exchanges do. But I'm okay with that personally. So that's fine. And then, just a lot of information down on the bottom here and the like. So that's kind of a tour of the home page. Now I'm going to open up, log into my account, and I'll show you some of the finer aspects of it based on being in the site. Okay, so I am logged in now, and this is the, I showed you the home, kind of the generic home page on the previously. Now that I'm logged in, I'm on the portfolio page, and it shows the balance here, so I have a little bit over 5K in there. Like I said, no great shakes, not going to make or break me, and as I said, none of this is investment advice, but the one thing I have learned in crypto is very volatile. It can have very significant runs to the upside, and it can have very quick and significant runs to the downside. All right. And we saw that this past spring. But Bitcoin had gotten up over $60,000 per coin, and then it had fallen all the way down within, I don't know, a number of weeks to 29,000 or maybe 27 even. So it lost half its value in like less than 2 months. So people that came in and bought at the peak, they really got hurt. Now it's back up around 40. So it has recovered some, but not all the way. So the one thing I have learned is this is high risk, high reward investing. You should not, invest any money in cryptocurrency that you need anytime soon, and you shouldn't invest anything in there where your life would have any sort of negative impact if you lost that money. Okay. And so, the money I have in here, you don't want to lose that money, but if it did, it's not gonna cause me to lose my home or make me destitute or something like that. So you do have to be really careful. So as you can see on here, you have the balance over time, and then you have your assets. Okay. And so you can see there's a US dollar. So if you just put cash in there, this is a cash account. There's also a cryptocurrency that is tied to the value of the US dollar. So you can put your money into that. I guess that's useful for certain crypto transactions. It's a one-to-one basis. So if you have 100 of these coins, it's worth $100, and it maintains that one-to-one value over time. And then you have Bitcoin and Ethereum. These are probably the two most popular cryptocurrencies at the moment. And you can see I have 58% of my account in Bitcoin. This is generally the crypto that people start in. It's the foundational crypto, and then people, as they become more comfortable and experienced, they branch out from there. Ethereum is a network technology of some sort that enables people to do stuff on the blockchain, but it appears to be very important and playing a very key role. And then the rest of these are just others that I've learned about over time and put small amounts in. DAI down here is what they call a stable coin, so it's meant to kind of maintain a stable value over time. Kind of like one that wouldn't fluctuate a lot. And this one here, I have about $100 in. This one actually pays 2% interest on the Coinbase site. So I would get $2, a little bit over $2 for the year if I leave it in there. But you got a lot of different cryptos here: Chainlink, Aave, DAI, Engine Coin, Compound. And then these smaller values down here, Stellar Lumens, AMP, Clover, Graph, all these down here. This is all crypto that I got through the Learn and Earn program down here, where I watched the little training videos and then I earned the crypto. So that's kind of cool right there. And then there's all these other ones that I don't know much about and I haven't invested in, Okay, so as you move down, you can go into trade. You can click on that. It'll have a list of all the cryptocurrencies, and you can buy or sell. You can enter your source of whether you're going to take the money out of your cash card, wire transfer, bank transfer. You can sell other cryptocurrencies to make the resources available to buy and the like. If you need to refill your account, you can just, US dollar here. You can do a deposit in that with a wire transfer and just have a cash account. So there's a lot of flexibility in how you go about it. And then down here, you have the Learn and Earn. And that is basically how you can earn some money. One of it is you can do these little videos. So Clover was the most recent one I did, 3 one-minute videos. I got $3 a Clover for that. And then these are all the other ones I did over time up there. So that's a nice little bonus. Under For You, they have little tutorials, little articles, updating you on new things on the website, how particular cryptos work. Like here, who is Satoshi Nakamoto, the founder of Bitcoin? The question of the real identity of Bitcoin's creator is one of the greatest modern mysteries. Pretty interesting, okay? Expert tips, a former private equity manager who now funds DeFi tech. So all kinds of little resources here to learn more about it, okay? Over on the right here, what is a blockchain? That's kind of the fundamental technology at the heart of this and the like. And I've explored a lot of this, and it's complicated. I still don't really understand the technology very well, and perhaps I never will, okay? Notifications, you can put certain cryptos on a watch list. All those will come up as notifications when there's significant price changes and things of that nature. So up here, education, news, get more crypto, a whole variety of different things. Your portfolio, you can get a Coinbase card, which allows you to buy stuff with crypto or get rewards. You can borrow cash using your crypto as collateral. That seems kind of interesting and risky. What happens if your collateral goes down significantly in value during the time of the loan? I haven't looked into it. But so there's a lot of flexibility here. Earn interest. You can earn up to 5% interest depending on the type. Some cryptos provide returns. I just have the one that's the DAI token, which is a stable coin. I keep a little bit in there. And I've earned 34 cents, over a good number of months. So no big deal. But if you had a lot of money in here, it could add up and the like. So so this is just kind of a tour through the website to give people kind of a foot in the door, a little bit of a basic knowledge. So I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them in the comments section. If you want to give Coinbase a try, I would encourage you to use the link in the description so you can get $10 of Bitcoin free instead of $5. And then it might end up benefiting me as well as if you go forward. Hit the like button if you thought this was worthwhile. And, I think that's pretty much it. I'll probably do a couple more crypto videos down the road, sharing some of my experiences. But until then, I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a great evening. This is CoinHound signing out.